Today we're going to make a quick version of beef bourguignon. We use carrots, celery, mushrooms, a little bit of oil, and some red wine. I'm going to use Pinot Noir, some flour, all-purpose flour, and tomato paste, thyme, onion, bay leaves. I'm going to use some bacon, and of course the beef. For the beef, I'm going to cut up a chuck roast. Let's get going. I have my beef cut up, and I took out most of the fat that I pretty much could, and I kept my chunks a little bit smaller than some people. Like when I make soup, I want everything to fit on a spoon. Now this is a stew, and I still want it to kind of fit on a spoon. So I'm going to salt and pepper it and mix it around and put it in flour. And add some olive oil to my hot pan. A couple tablespoons. I'm going to add 4 pieces of bacon. It's thick sliced bacon. The bacon is pretty much cooked up into crispy pieces. I'm going to take the bacon out. We'll save it for later. I did cut up my beef. I cut it up into pieces, taking most of the fat out of the beef, out of the chuck roast. I salted and peppered the beef. I have it in flour. We're going to cook this up. I probably going to take 3 times, 4 times to cook the beef up, so I don't crowd the pan too much. Probably 3 times. I have my last batch of the beef in here, and it's really starting to build up on the bottom, so I'm kind of scraping the bottom so that at least the beef will have some contact to the bottom of the pan. You could add more oil here, but I really don't want to, only if I have to. And I'm on a little bit less than medium heat. This whole time, been medium heat or below. Well, the beef is browned some, this last batch. I'll go ahead and take it out and put it in my bowl here, off to the side. I started off with 2 1/4 pounds of chuck roast. By the time I cut it up and cut out fat, I'm sure it was right around 2 pounds. There wasn't a lot of fat in there. So now I'm going to add mushrooms. Here's the mushroom stems. Put them in. And the mushrooms. I bought 2 8-ounce packages of mushrooms for 1 pound. And I think these mushrooms will lose some of their liquid and help bring the fond up. So let's cook these mushrooms. The mushrooms have been cooking for about 6 minutes. They have been releasing juices, and the pan, bottom of the pan's looking a lot better. They're getting a lot of that fond up. I'm going to add the onions. And let these go a couple minutes. The onions cook for about 2 minutes. You can sort of smell them. Now I'm going to add 2 bay leaves. I'm going to add about 3 tablespoons of the tomato paste. Now this tomato paste I got out of the freezer. I freeze it so I don't waste it. I didn't open that can. It's about 3 tablespoons, maybe a little more. There we go. And rough cut the 2 ribs of celery and 2 carrots, rough cut I didn't even peel the carrots, but the carrots and the celery is going to come out later. It's going to be removed. I'm going to stir this and cook this around. I want to cook that tomato paste in for about 2 minutes. So I'll be back in 2 minutes. I'm going to constantly stir this. It's been 2 minutes. I'm going to add 2 cups of the red wine. And turn the heat up and bring it to a boil. It's come up to a boil, and all this time I've been stirring it to get all the fond off the bottom of the pan, all those wonderful bits. I'm sure that's happened. I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of dried thyme leaves, not ground thyme, a cup of water. Something I forgot to tell you about: 2 cups of beef broth. And we're going to add the beef back in to the pot. And allow this to come back up to a simmer. Well, it's come to a gentle simmer. You want to set an alarm for 1 hour and let it just gently cook like this. Alright, it's been going for 1 hour, bubbling just like that. Give it a stir. And I did give it a stir after 30 minutes, 35 minutes. It was kind of collecting on the bottom. It wasn't scorching or anything, but it was collecting on the bottom. Give that a stir. I'm going to take out the carrots. Make sure all the carrots are out. And there it goes on the floor. Okay, and then I'm going to add 2 more carrots that I chopped up. I'm going to add pearl onions. And these onions, I forgot to tell you about those, are frozen. And I got them at the grocery store, about half a package of those. Just stir those in. We're going to cook this another 45 minutes. See how it is, gone down on the pot. It's just getting richer and richer and better and better. It's going to be so good. Well, this is cooked for 55 minutes instead of 45. And I kind of have my celery ready to take out over here on the side. You want to take the celery out, or you could leave it in. I take it out and take out the bay leaves. I know I have one of them. I have to search for the other one. And you want to make sure that the carrots are done. And the most important thing is to taste for salt. Now this has been cooking just like this, bubbling throughout pretty much the whole time. Just very much like this. On my stove it is number 1 on setting 1, but it could be different. There's the other bay leaf. And I lost it. But I'll get it. But you want to taste it. Taste for salt. It's tasting so good. I don't think it needs any salt at all. You want to test the carrots. Make sure they're done. Then when the carrots are done, you want to add your bacon back in. Add some fresh parsley. Makes it look really nice. Then it's ready to serve. I made some buttered noodles. Well, I didn't make the noodles, but I cooked them. And I buttered them. Put some parsley on them. We'll put some of our beef stew on top. And just a bit of parsley around the plate for the bowl. It's served with a little bit of bread. Have a taste. It has mushrooms and onions and carrots and It really is good. Very nice. I really want to thank you all for watching. I hope you try it. See you next time.